welcome back to the channel. I wanted to give you guys a video as far as an update on what the actual plans are for the Z. I know you guys have heard me talk pretty much in every every video, because I'm extremely excited about the whole process. But talk about what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be looking to do, and honestly bring you guys along throughout the journey with me. So first off, hi. I know I'm never on camera, because to me it's always about the cars, especially this car. So first off, I'm going to be swapping the entire fuel system. So before I get into the actual motor itself, right, so the entire fuel system, so we're going to be running, I believe, strictly E85. I am a little hesitant in doing that, but it's not like I drive this on the weekends, right? So as far as the fuel rails and swapping that and the overall health of the engine, I think that may be the best thing to go. Definitely leave in comments below if you've done that, or if you decided to opt with a 93 tune and then an E85 tune, kind of what your experience was. But I believe I'm going to go just strictly E85. So we are going to be swapping the fuel injectors as well. So right now there are the 740 injectors in there. They are capable of 700 horsepower, but they are not capable of E85. So there are a few different styles of injectors out there. Obviously, when that time comes, you guys will be fully informed, but we will be changing those as well. I think I told you I already ordered an oil cooler. So just from Z1, I went with the 25-row oil cooler. I'll be doing that soon, because that's obviously not going to change any airflow in or out, type of a mod. So I'll be doing that actually probably this weekend. So I'll obviously show you when I do that. So we're also going to be relocating the coolant reservoir. Where that sits in these motors, in this engine, it actually sits pretty close to piping, and although it should be, piping from the intercooler, although it should be cold, it is definitely known when you're really on it, or just over an extended period of time, to really kind of almost heat up the coolant that sits behind there. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So along with the E85, we are going to be also swapping out the fuel pump. So I'm going to be putting in a Walboro, I forget what model it is, it may be like a 455, something along those lines, but it is going to support that E85, obviously allow more fuel to be pumped to the engine, and allowing us to make more power, keep that engine cool, so on and so forth. High pass delete as well too. The last thing I want to do is have those turbos kick on, and at 60 miles an hour, and you make a slight turn and the car jumps from one lane to the next. Just want more stability in the rear. And then lastly, as far as the supporting mods that I can think of, at least off the top of my head, are new turbos. So I'm going to be putting in GTX turbos, which I'm super excited about. Those things are pretty badass. Hopefully they spool up a little bit sooner than the Jim Wolfs that I have on there now. I'm going to be doing some pulls for you guys to see in this video as well too. But I took it out last weekend, and I had one of my buddies with me, and he was able to actually watch when it kicked on and so on and so forth with boost. And it's literally not till about 4,500, if not a little bit past that. When they kick on, it is insane. But that's high. I would like it to be more around the 35 to 4,000 RPM range. Still not what I'm used to. Obviously, coming from a Subaru, those things kick on almost immediately. But this is unreal. So yeah, just gonna make that swap too. And like I said, as far as supporting mods go, I'm pretty sure that is it off the top of my head. So might be some other things, but of course, like I said, you guys are coming along through the journey with me. So next I'm gonna get off camera, because I hate being on camera. I figured I'd be personable a little bit, and I'll take you through the actual engine and where our plans are.
Okay, so for the engine itself, so try to follow me with this. I'm gonna try to explain it as best as I can. This motor is never leaving this chassis until the new motor goes in. So I'm going to fully enjoy this car and this motor that's in here throughout the entire build. I am purchasing a separate motor that I'm going to build on the side for two reasons. One, like I said, I get to enjoy this car, but secondly, I then have a parts motor if ever needed. So, you know, depending on the motor that we have, any parts that are actually needed, I'll have them from this motor here, and I don't have to go scavenging to try and find them. And I'll always have a second motor, so if something ever happens, we could throw this one back in and then just detune it back to its normal where it's at now. But that'll never happen because obviously we're going to do everything right, make it as strong as possible, and I'm going to knock on wood after just saying that, but you know, make it running as healthy as possible while also achieving the power numbers we're looking for. So that's how that's working. So car will still be running and I'll still be enjoying it while I'm building a separate motor. With that motor, I'm pretty sure we're going to be boring that out until to 87.5 millimeters. Stock motors are 87 flat, so that's going to obviously open things up a little bit, open up passageways. Also, too, in these motors there is a I don't even know what to really call it. The bottom line is, so the back two cylinders, there's a smaller passage for the water to get back into those back two, which causes them to run hot. So obviously pushing the amount of power that we're going to be pushing, we're going to be opening those up as well too, which is a must for anyone building the motor. If you're doing that, if you're building the motor is what I mean by that. If you're building the motor and you have it out and you have somebody in there, open that up regardless. It'll save you a ton of headache down the road. So I'm going to be going with a Cometic metal head gasket because why not? Also with that, we are going to be doing Carrillo rods. We're going to be doing APR studs. Obviously forged pistons. A lot of people seem to go with like the Z1 package with Waseco, I believe is Waseco pistons. I may not be doing that. I may be going a different route. Honestly, even with rods, I may go a different route as well because those Carrillo ones are extremely expensive, and you can get Manleys for much cheaper, and they are stronger, or the same strength if not stronger. So I may go a different route from the actual Z1 package, so to speak, or even if you go on, I believe it's Specialty Z, I think they have like motor build in there as well too. And then obviously we're going to be replacing all gaskets and seals, so super excited. Going to be replacing also in this process anything that is just either outdated or, you know, obviously needs work. A lot of the lines, let me show you, so a lot of the lines were already replaced, so they're all brand new. Fuel filter brand new, master cylinder, so everything is, you can see the stainless steel lines running back there. So everything is pretty new, but if we do come across anything else, like I said, you'll be part of it. We are going to replace it all. So super excited for this. We're actually going to be starting this very soon, so pretty much have a motor picked out and ready to go. But that is enough talking from me. I'm just boring you guys. Let's go take some pulls.